Hello everyone. If you're watching this, you're trying to learn how to connect your MySQL database to a PHP file. I'm going to teach you that now. We're going to start out with connecting to our database. We're going to create a folder called includes, which is going to have our database connection. I'm going to call this config.php. I'm going to start out by opening our PHP tag, along with closing it. We're going to define our database host. This is going to be the IP address of our server that's hosting our database. I'm just going to do localhost so I don't have to give out the IP of my server. Define, and then I do database name, and you want to provide the name of your database. Mine is VCH. I'm going to define that 2 more times actually. This one's going to be database underscore username. Make sure you are putting this comma, or else it won't work. You'll have a formatting error. And then you want to type in your username. Mine's Aola. And then another time for your database underscore password. This one I'm just going to do password. Alright. And then we're going to try to connect to the database. Oh, deep. So we're going to do that. Oh, that's my mistake. You gotta make sure you're typing within the PHP. I'm gonna try odb equals new pdo, and instead of just typing all this, I'm gonna copy it, which I will have all this in the description if you just want to copy and paste this. Make sure you modify it if your port is different or anything of the sorts. So now that we have our config file, I'm going to close this folder. Close this folder. We're going to create one called youtube.php. Alright. Now we're going to start out by simple little doc type. We're going to name this random username because we're going to be creating a script that randomly selects a username from the database and puts it in the middle of the screen. Above our doc type, because this is personally where I like to put my PHP, we're going to first open it up and then of course close it. And we're going to do require once. You can also do require, but I prefer to require once. Includes /config.php. This may be different for you if you named it a different name, but it's the same thing we just connected to our database here. Alright. And then we're going to go to SQL, ODB, do a little arrow, prepare, and then quote. This is where we're gonna put our inline SQL requests. And do select. We're gonna select the username, and we're selecting the username from our users table. We're gonna order that by random, which is a rand, and then we're going to limit it to 1 result. And we're going to execute it by doing SQL, and then an arrow, execute, and then of course, bam, Make sure you're ending these in semicolons, like I mistakenly did not. Did I do that here? I did not. Make sure you're always ending it in semicolons. That's something I seem to struggle with, apparently. Now, we're going to define a username variable, which is going to be the results that we got from this. So it's going to be fetch, column, and that's it. And then now username is defined. So now it's really simple. Now we're just going to do a paragraph tag and PHP echo, and then username. Now, if we head over to here, I've already uploaded it to our server using the Visual Code SFTP plugin that I have. Whoops. That's just... Now we're going to go to /g/youtube.php. Now if I type this in, there we go. We have a random username from the database. And every time I refresh this, it'll pick a random username. Thank you for watching this tutorial. If it helped you out at all, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.